In the difference in today's world, if we think about how we're screwing these kids up, anytime they face a little difficulty, what do? We send them to an easier place to succeed. I had to grind my freshman year, my sophomore year, my third year, to even get a chance to play in my fourth year. And in my fourth year, I thought, okay, I was the backup last year. We won the national championship. The guy who beat me out is now a professional quarterback. I'm going to step into this role as a starting quarterback. And the coach was like, nope, we recruited this kid out of Michigan. He's the top-rated quarterback in high school football, and he's going to come in, and you guys are going to compete to start. And I was like, so I knew how to compete because that's what I had continued to have to do. And I competed with him, and I started every game that year. And we finished 10-3. We had a good record. And I was going back for my fifth year. The team made me a team captain, which is probably the greatest honor I ever received in all of sports, because all my boys, all the guys that I really looked up to and they looked up to me, they named me captain. They wanted me to be their leader. They saw how much it meant to me to be the starting quarterback. So I go in there before the season starts, and the Tuesday before our first game of the season, the head coach, Lloyd Carr, calls me in and he says, hey, this is what we're going to do. Tom, you're going to start, but Drew Henson, this other quarterback who they recruited the year before, you're going to play in the second quarter. And then I'm going to determine who's the quarterback in the third and fourth quarter by who plays well in the second quarter. And it felt like a big gut punch because I thought I did everything right. I thought I worked really hard to get the things that I wanted. But you know what? In his eyes, it wasn't enough. So what did I do? I had to go out there and prove it. I hate the fact that you can go to the easy place and try to succeed at the easy place. And I think in some ways, the amount of money that's being made in sports and football, they're not even accountable to winning anymore. The clubs make so much money. I know people that just, hey man, I made money, we're doing good. We did win the Super Bowl. Did you see how much money we made? And that's a different part of sports. You know, there's so much money for players. These kids now are getting paid in college. So how can you say, hey, is money the only thing we value? I mean, to me, that wasn't. I always felt like I took less money so that we could win. So to me, it was like when I see the NFL in general, there's a developmental issue because in college, a lot of these players they don't have to learn to be competitive in college. If you're not playing here, just go to the next school. That's the lesson we could actually teach somebody. You got to find ways to dig deep because the reality of your business and your career is overcoming adversity. And the only way to do that is to fail. And the only way to fail is to put yourself in uncomfortable situations because you're always in your comfort zone, you're not going to fail. So if you fail and then you figure out a solution to the people you work with to overcome the failure, you gain a lot of self-confidence. And if you gain self-confidence, then the next opportunity you have to succeed, you got a much better opportunity to do just that. So to me, failure is amazing because it teaches you and really forces you to look inside yourself about what you need to do better. I see so many athletes who are always blaming other people. They ask the quarterback, what happened? Oh, I blame the receiver. I literally am like watching the screen. What did he just say? I see other athletes blame the coach. I see coach blame the other guys behind closed doors. It's the player's fault. That's all. It's the player's fault. Oh, really? You got beat by 40 points and you had a magical coaching performance? Is that right? Instead, and then there's other leaders that I see go, I got to do a better job. I got to communicate better. I got to work harder. We got to overcome more. We got to practice harder. We got to do more of the right things. So to me, it's always pointed back at yourself. What do I need to do better to help us be more successful?